We are going to make a pineapple, tomato and cucumber salad. It is very delicious. It is very nutritious. So here I have already started cutting and cleaning my pineapples. Make sure that you clean it properly. All these black things, just remove those so that your pineapple is nice and clean. Once you have taken all that out, then you're going to quarter your pineapple, and from there, pineapples have this pip, right? So you're just going to try and remove some of this pip or pineapple quarters. Once the pip has been removed, you're going to cut your pineapple into bite-sized pieces, right? So I'm going to cut it into, from my quarters I'm going to do halves, and then from halves that's when I'm going to cut it, right? So I have nice bite-sized pieces and they're not too big. So this is essentially how big your pineapple pieces are going to be. Then I'm going to take my pineapple and I'm just going to put it in my bowl. So next thing I'm going to move on to is my cucumber. So I've got half an English cucumber. I'm just going to chop off the end. I'm not going to need that. I'm going to discard that. And then I am going to cut my cucumber in half. Remember, as I said, we want everything to be in bite-sized pieces. From half, I am going to quarter it as well. And I'm not going to take out the seeds. These are the seeds. So I'm going to leave those in there. And then I am also going to cut my cucumber the very same way that I cut my pineapple. This is how it also looks. Now that my cucumber is also cut, I'm going to come in with my cherry tomatoes. Remember, please guys, always wash your ingredients before you use them. You know, I'd like to think that's obvious, but just saying. So because I've got these ones and they kind of big, it's not those small ones, I am going to half them, right? So I'm going to half all my cherry tomatoes. I'm going to use about a handful of cherry tomatoes. So I have got some parsley here. What's this one, this type called? I don't know what I leaf. Where's the packet? Curly parsley, yeah. So then I'm also just going to take a handful of that, and I'm just going to chop it. I'm not going to include the stems, so I'm just going to take the heads of the parsley, and I'm going to finely chop it. So I've removed the stems, and I'm just going to use the heads of my parsley. So I have chopped my parsley, and it's now chopped very, very thinly, and I'm going to throw that in there. So I'm just going to do that on top of it, on top of everything. That's my parsley. And then I'm also going to chop some mint. I've got some fresh mint here. I'm also going to use the leaves. So I'm going to pick the leaves, just the leaves, and I'm going to chop those not as finely as the parsley, but I also want a nice fine chop to it. Yo, it smells so nice, guys. Yo, it smells so nice. Herbs have the best smell ever. So I've got the mint, I've got the parsley smell. Yo, it's amazing. So that's good enough for the mint, and I'm also just going to spread that over everything. And then lastly, second to lastly, I've got a red onion, and I'm also going to finely chop. Yes, electricity's back. I'm also going to finely chop my red onion. I'm just going to remove the skin and everything. I'm going to quickly go and wash it. So with my onion, I'm not going to chop it as finely. I'm going to make it into, I'm going to chop it again in half, so quarter, just like the pineapple and the cucumber. And I'm just going to do this kind of strips. So I've got this. You see, it goes into strip-like form. So I've got a small red onion. I'm only going to use half of it, and I'm going to sprinkle that on top as well. I have got some feta cheese. I am using South African feta with mixed herbs. So I'm just going to use 1.5 of these feta blocks, and I'm not going to crumble them. I am going to slice them so that J presentation, you know, is on point. It looks nicer when the feta has been diced instead of crumbled. So I'm just going to cut it into blocks, and we are going to add the feta to our salad. Our feta, you can see it in these nice blocks, and then I'm just going to throw that in there. As I'm throwing it, I'm trying to separate it, you know, but making sure that it still holds the shape of the blocks and not get it crumbled up. I'm going to slice in my avocado, and here's also another controversial, is it a fruit or a vegetable, whatever it is, how people actually open it and stuff. Oh, here's the seed is already out, so now I'm going to have to take this thing out. Then I am going to slice my avocado as well into cubes, so everything is basically uniformed with regards to the cutting and the chopping, you know. So presentation of this is going to be Fandiwan. It's going to be very beautifully presented. And then I'm going to go in the opposite direction as well. So I'm cutting so that I can cut through, but I'm not breaking the skin at the back. Can you see? Yeah. Put in your spoon, and you try to take your spoon far back, you know, so that it comes to the peel of the avo, and then you just run your spoon through, and as you can see, like the avocado is coming apart. So you just do that all the way around. See? Simple, done, finished. I'm just going to tip that over into my salad, and then I'm just going to try and separate that. So there you have it. Here is the salad. So there's this thing that people like to do that I don't understand, of trying to add salt or sugar to this. I don't get it. Guys, we already have feta cheese. Feta cheese is very salty, you know, so there's no need to add more salt. We have some pineapple. Pineapple is sweet, so you don't need to add sugar. You know, you must always, whenever you're making a dish or cooking something, whatever, always think about what elements do your ingredients already possess. Lastly, I'm just going to add a vinaigrette, just to combine my salad, and I am using a vinaigrette. This is a Greek salad dressing, and it's the vinaigrette. I'm just going to lightly drizzle this vinaigrette into my salad, and that's all that I need. And then I am going to mix everything together. And try that when you are mixing, you also don't break all these shapes and everything that we have created. This is your salad. This is now ready to be consumed. Hopefully.